quick, I'm going to show you how to bone some chicken. These are thighs, chicken thighs. I have a boning knife. Not everybody does, but the first thing you want is a sharp knife. However you sharpen your knives, I use a steel to put an edge on my knife, and just pretty simple to use a steel. All right, that's it. Always work with a sharp knife. Whether, you know, this is really nice because it helps get up to the bone when you want to debone something. But you can use, I've used this knife before. You just got to make sure it's sharp. That's it. It's got to be sharp. So I take my chicken, right, and I trim off the fat because I don't want it on there. And if you wanted to take the skin off, just take it and put your finger underneath and just start working the skin off like that, right? And I always take the knife and go against the skin and kind of scrape, get the skin off, right? I leave some fat just because, right? So I look, so how I go about boning my chicken thighs, and I use thighs. I never bone breasts because I don't eat breasts. I don't eat breast meat, so this is the bottom where it would be connected to the drumstick. So I always work from this way, all right? So I take my finger, go in there, and what I'll do is I'll just rest my knife against the bone and come down, right? And then I'll go in against the bone and just make a cut up to kind of get like a little handle, right? And then I'll take the knife, rest it up against the bone, and just slice down, right? And you see what happens? You don't waste no meat, right? And that's what I do. I just spin it around and just slice down. You cannot do this with a dull knife, all right? You can't cut anything meat-wise with a dull knife, all right? So then what I do with this is I save it in a bag, freeze it, and I throw it in a stock pot to make soup. And if you want, you can clean it up a little bit and, you know, get the blood vessels off of it, see if you have any blood, dried up blood, things like that. And that's it. It's that simple. Let's do one more. All right, get the chicken, throw it down side. Right. I have enough. I'm going to grill some chicken tonight, and I want to leave the skin on when I grill it. So I'm pulling the skin, right, and then just working my knife under it, right, pulling the skin. Sometimes it'll just pull off, but yeah, there's everything on this channel. And that's it. I don't want the skin. Throw it aside. Again, I'm going to cut that off. Sometimes you get some bone fragment from when they separate the leg from the thigh. Again, go to the top of the thigh bone. This is the bottom where it would be attached to the leg. Right? Go in. And I do feel around too, because sometimes they do mess up and leave a bone. So feel around and make sure there's no bones left. So see, like they left part of what would be the breastbone. There's like part of breast cartilage and bone, right? Get a little handle, right? And I usually cut on these mats, and what I do to keep them from sliding around is I put a wet paper towel under them, and it keeps it from sliding around. Get my little handle, scrape down against the bone, right? Find that end and just cut around it. And again, I don't, since I'm saving this, right, and making chicken stock out of it, I don't care about if there's some meat on it, because I'll pull that meat once it's cooked, and that's it. That's your chicken thigh, skinned and boned. So you can save a lot. Like today is October, I don't know, 8th, I think, 7th, 8th, something like that. At Aldi, bone and skin regular chicken thighs are in a family pack are $1.59, and that's 10 in there. Those smaller ones $1.99, and you would pay over $3 to have this process done. So you can save almost half, right? Depending if you get the family pack, you can save half. So it's really worth it. All you need is a sharp knife, cutting board, and a little patience, and you'll do good. That's it. Hope that helped you. Remember, sharp knife.